Peace and greetings, everyone. So we are here with a quick tutorial. I wanted to show you and talk a little bit about RF amplifiers and just some things that are kind of necessary if you want to mess around with some of these. Okay, so first thing you're going to need is one of these amplifiers, and I'll have a link down in the description. But you're going to want to make sure you look at the exact specifications. So this is a wideband RF amplifier, and what that means is that it isn't a very narrow band. I'll show you when this gets powered up. But when you get this, it's not going to have this soldered in. So you will need to solder one of these terminal connectors. So you're going to need to buy a pack of these terminal connectors as well if you get this exact amplifier. And then you're going to need some sort of connector, and you're going to really need to make sure you get the right ones. As you can see, this has 2 pins on it, so it's male to male Coax cable, and these are the smallest ones. I'll post a link of the ones I got, but you'll need that on one end. And if you look closely, you have RF in and RF out. So RF out will have your antenna, and RF in will go to whichever device. So if you're using an NRF, then you'll plug the wire in to that. So that's the first part, that's the easy part. So if you don't have soldering skills, you're kind of already at a loss. Because the next part, you definitely need some soldering skills. So for this part, I created a board because this needs to be powered by 5 volt, even though they don't say you can't just use 3 volt connection. And yeah, so you're gonna need a clean power source. So I made this. And basically what it is it's a serial terminal connector that takes in ground and power to connect to this terminal. And then I just put a status light here. So this is an LED and a resistor. You can see at the bottom. So whenever this receives power, this light turns on. And then you're gonna need a USB breakout board because this then, when you plug in the USB, it delivers the power to the terminal block and then to the amplifier. And then if you wanted to use 2 different amplifiers, then I have 2 different ports, and I'll probably be making a PCB for this because it's super easy to solder, but can be time consuming if you need quite a few. So you'll connect your RF in to a device, which I'm using this HackRF. Then you'll plug in the amplifier. All right, we're using SDR++ for signal analyzing. Alright, so now the HackRF is being amplified, and the HackRF is running on a headless Raspberry Pi 3. And the HackRF is being controlled by Starbeam. And we're gonna try 433.9 amplified. There we go. So yeah, pretty nice signal. Stop that. Alright, so let's now test without the amplification. Okay, so now we just have the normal 433 megahertz antenna on, no amplifier, and select the right frequency. Okay, so it's amplifying pretty good. Definitely looks a little weaker. Let's stop. Alright, so I have a screenshot of the waveforms. So this is without the amplification, with the amplification. And then I have the general signal generation, like kind of the peaks. This is without amplification. And then you can see with amplification, we're hitting almost -40. Yeah, so way more amplified. Yeah, so that's pretty much basic gist, and that's just on one for the 433 megahertz. I'm gonna do testing as well on the higher bands, so stay tuned for that as well. Peace.